What is up, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another video. We're going to be covering TAO today and why I think all of you guys need to be holding TAO and one of its subnets. But before we do start, guys, I need all of you to just stop right there, go and destroy the like button, and if you're new, subscribe, guys. Let's go. Now, guys, we are looking really good in the crypto market right now. We're hitting key milestones and we need to be allocating to some of our top coins. Now, super bullish stuff. The total crypto market did hit 4 trillion for the first time yesterday. Insane scenes. I remember when we were at 1 trillion in the bear market lows. We've gone up 400% in total. And what you'll start to see is the strongest coins take the majority of this market share. And we've started to see that already, right? We've seen it with Bitcoin dominance falling off a cliff. We're actually coming up to a key level of support right now. So it's kind of make or break, right? If we can break below 61%, 60%, then things are going to get extremely euphoric very quickly. But we must remember that we are at a key level of support right now, guys. So we could be around the corner for some pullbacks, but that's going to give us a great opportunity to be getting some altcoins that maybe some of you guys were underexposed to. Now, TAO is going to be the one, or my chosen AI coin. I know a lot of you guys are going to say, what about ICP? Right, I'm not counting ICP in this one. TAO is my top pure AI coin, guys. What happens when exchanges run out and the only way to get TAO is through emissions, which we're going to get into in a minute? It's going to be a supply shock, guys. You can see only $8 million worth of TAO up for grabs on Binance. Who's going to get it? What is that going to do to the price? It was at $444 at the time of this screenshot. But we go and we check out our trading view, guys. And I gave you the opportunity to be getting TAO all the way down here at $2.90. Or $290, should I say? $2.90, that would be insane. But $290-ish was a great area to be picking up TAO. And I do believe that we're now in the second best area to be picking up TAO in recent weeks, because it looks like we've had a confirmed breakout on the daily. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4 daily closes outside of this range, and it looks like we're coming back down to retest the range, guys. So we can even put a little circle here and maybe say we're going to come down to around $386 over the coming days, guys. So again, clear breakout. If we go to the weekly, right, weekly doesn't look as strong as the daily. We need a strong weekly close outside of this range, guys. And if Bitcoin dominance can keep falling off that cliff, then we probably will get it, guys. Okay, so key levels of resistance going to be just under $500, $494. Then if we can break this and turn this into support, we got a clear jump to nearly $700 for TAO. Now, I do think we're going to get there because everyone's copying MicroStrategy's playbook, and they want to acquire as much of these top cryptos as they can. And TAO seems to be one with the smallest market cap. So again, impressive to see publicly traded companies giving it this level of respect. And then even if you go to Checker Chain, you can see when they do rate Bittensor out of 5, 4.72 out of 5, right? Financial prediction, like all-time high, potential ROI, are based on third-party data. So it's not just going to be these insiders saying, yep, TAO is going to be the best AI coin, right? 5 out of 5 project, 5 out of 5 utility value, team, partnerships, legal clarity, right? Revenue and tokenomics. Then 4 out of 5 for things like user base, security, roadmap, and social presence. All of these can be improved, right? If they were going to say last minute they're going to change the tokenomics or legal clarity, utility value, that would be a bit harder. But the 4 out of 5s can change to 5 out of 5s. Currently a $4 billion market cap at around $425. Potential ROI, 1,000%. Now, I'll show you my portfolio in which I've been mining TAO through one of the creator economies, and I'll get to that in a separate video. But I've also outperformed TAO by using the subnets over the past few weeks, guys. And what you're going to see is my portfolio jumped on the 11th of July all the way to the 14th of July, 100%. I think it was 90%. I outperformed through one of these subnets, guys. So that was basically a free 4K for doing absolutely nothing. And that's just one of my TAO portfolios. I have other portfolios as well, guys. Now, you guys are going to ask me in the comments, you're going to be like, well, how do you mine it? How do you mine it? It's going to be more difficult for you guys to mine if you've got no AI experience, if you haven't got any creator experience. But what it is easy to do is to come in and find a valuable subnet that is going to outperform TAO. Okay, now let me break it down for you. If TAO goes up 50%, you make 50% gains on USD. However, if you invest into a subnet and that subnet then goes up currently 23%, you've outperformed TAO's performance by an additional 20%. So you could buy one TAO, it goes up in USD value. You could buy a subnet worth of one TAO, that goes up 20%. You've now got 1.2 TAO plus whatever the USD value went up, right? I hope that makes sense for you guys. And Chutes is one that I do believe has likely bottomed, guys, and we're looking for a good level to be long in this. Now, currently the market cap 128 million. We're going to get into what it does. We're going to get into why I'm allocating some of my TAO into Chutes and why I do believe that a 26% outperformance is going to be peanuts in the grand scheme of things, guys, because, I mean, look, it does look like we have had a potential bottom here, right? It's not letting me draw a line on this. I don't know why. It doesn't matter. But you could outperform TAO by potentially, nearly 100% to the next range high. So that means if you allocate some of your TAO to Chutes, you could double it, right? And then whatever TAO goes up in USD value doesn't really matter. It just matters that you're getting even more TAO in your TAO stack. You would then swap it back for TAO and ride the USD gains, guys. Now, when it comes to Chutes, it's a decentralized, distributed serverless AI compute platform, and you can run anything in a few clicks, guys. So again, we're going to get into a little bit more about what Chutes is now, and it basically provides decentralized compute power specifically designed to support AI model inference. And that means instead of relying on centralized cloud providers like AWS or Google, which we do not like and we're not a fan of in crypto, they can run AI models using peer-to-peer compute from the Chutes network. Now, again, why are people going to use Chutes over alternatives? I mean, it's permissionless, censorship resistant. There's tokenized incentives for coming and using Chutes, transparent economics, and then a lower cost potential than using some of these other competitions, right? AWS and Google Cloud can be quite expensive. Another reason that might come into Chutes is because there's actually real world growth and use cases. So things like running large language models, image generation, all that sort of stuff. dApps requiring on-demand AI compute power. That's what it's going to be used for. Bittensor subnets using shared compute for validation, training, or testing. Again, can be done through Chutes. And also the developers who do want a low-cost, scalable inference without relying on big tech, guys. It's not just theory, it's actually happening. 160 billion tokens are processed a day. And that just shows how strong Chutes actually is, because there's consistent usage. And 250x growth in token demand since the start of the year, guys. So again, showing how much demand there currently is. And it's actually now accepting fiat payments to onboard Web 2 and non-crypto users into Chutes and letting them pay with fiat. So if you've got these big data companies who need some of this processing power, then again, they can just come in and they can pay with their disgusting fiat. Now, not only that, all the revenue that they do generate, guys, are going to be used for buybacks. So you can go back to the chart and you can see if they start to generate revenue at these lows, they're going to use it to buy back their own token. What is that going to do? It's going to help the price of Chutes go up. And another thing that I always look at is how much emissions per day are they getting. Many of you guys know 7,200 TAO are emitted per day. They're getting nearly 1,000 of that, guys. Okay, so that's quite a big percentage of the emissions. 13% of the emissions is going directly to Chutes, which is, so much more than a lot of these other subnets. So again, it's one that I'm looking at because you best believe if TAO starts to outperform, if I can grab some Chutes here, right, and then TAO goes up to, let's say, the 382 fib, right, we've made 68% on our USD pair. But then if Chutes decides it wants to go to this previous range high, you're going to get an extra 20% to maybe even 30% in the short term upon that gain, guys. So again, we need to be using subnet tokens. I would definitely encourage all of you guys to look into Chutes, look into some other subnet tokens as well, and you guys can let me know if you want me to cover them in the next video. But again, that's why I am allocating some of my TAO into Chutes. All you guys who can't mine, that's another way to be getting your TAO stack up pretty easy. You don't even need to do anything. You can just sit there. But remember, there are also the risk of these things underperforming TAO. So, you know, if TAO does go up and this goes down, then bear in mind you would be losing some of the TAO value. But you guys do your own research into this one. That's a quick one from me to you on Chutes. TAO is looking fantastic right now. Hopefully we can get a weekly close outside of this range. But that's it. If you've made it this far, you find anything in this video useful, you know what to do. Like the video, subscribe for more content, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Peace.